Hey y'all, Janice with Gypsy Farm Girl here today. It is getting close to springtime in Texas. The sun is shining today. We are so very thankful for that after we've had, we had a rough spell with the cold and the snow, and we've got a lot of plants that we're still uncertain if they're going to survive. A lot of trees in my yard, bushes, shrubs, everything has lost leaves, the evergreens, so we really are told by the experts to just wait and see till mid-April, see what comes back, see what's will need to be replaced. But in the meantime, we need some color in our yard. We need to brighten up the gazebo, and I wanted to show y'all a few container gardening tips and things that I do, and share some videos with y'all. So, several years back, if you've seen our gazebo before, you know that we do rustic gardening. Everything is upcycled, repurposed. Well, after we got the gazebo and we did the makeover, I decided no more plastic pots were visible in our yard. So, the visible part, what does that mean? If we have a plastic pot, it's got to be hidden. We use upcycled, repurposed containers. So for example, this is a rusty bottomless bucket. Just something somebody else has discarded in the trash bin that don't think has any more use. So what can we do with it? We can make a hanging planter. How are we going to make a hanging planter? This is actually a hanging basket. If you envision a hanging basket with a hook on it, take the hook off, and I've taken some 20 gauge floral wire and just wired this pot into our bottomless bucket. So 2 wires. I'm not going to redo this today, but this wire has been here at least 1 year, maybe more. I know I had one pot that lasted several years like that. So we have our basket wired in. We're going to fill it with some potting soil. Our garden centers didn't have just a whole lot this week, so I'm concerned with spring's a little bit slower in Texas this year than normal. The wind is blowing out here now. Gusting. Okay, so we've got some potting soil in here, and I'm going to hang this on the gazebo. I usually want something a little bit higher than some trailing. We got to have a little bit of color. This week I was able to find the dianthus and some dusty miller and the little violas and some herbs. Like I said, the garden center didn't have as much this week as we would typically see in the 1st of March in here. I mean, last year, end of February, I already had lots of plants in my yard, so this is a little unusual for us. So, let's start with some dianthus. Those are always pretty. I've had dianthus come back for many years in my yard, but right now the breeze has definitely put a hit on our plants. If you're unfamiliar, we're in about a zone 7 to 8. I think our typical winter, the low temperature is usually in the 10 to 15. We don't see that very often, but we had below 0 recently, and over a week of freezing temperatures, record cold. It was really hard, and so that's one reason we're not sure what's going to happen. Our plants are just not accustomed to all that. So these little violas are very cheerful. We'll put a few of those in here. Now, I like to do the container gardening. Because we can move the plants around, and if it gets too hot for the violas, we can replace those with something and later on. And we can move them around and just create different things. So that's always fun with the containers. We'll take a couple of Dusty Miller and put in the center. Let's see. Over here behind the camera, I have some lemon thyme, and that's always kind of a dainty herb, and will be kind of have some trailing effect. So I think I will put some of that in there for a little touch of greenery. Keep I said, I know I've lost lots of herbs. I've had a rosemary in my yard for about 15, 17 years. It's completely gone. Chives, I've had one pot of chives that it keeps coming back every year for the last probably 7, 8 years, and it is showing no signs of life right now. So, that's another one thing we have to replace with the cold. So I'll put just one more violet back here, kind of fill that in, and we'll take just a little more potting soil. And I don't have my mulch handy right here, but we could, a lot of times I top off the planters with just a little bit of mulch to kind of give it a finished look and help with the moisture retention in the planters. So add some water, and we now have a hanging basket of flowers made in a rusty bottomless bucket. So we hope you enjoyed our video tutorial on how we do this. We'll be sharing more videos this spring, and hope you're all doing well and enjoy us helping you brighten up the landscape. Thank y'all.